This is our 5th match on the broadcast. I think here we go. Happy versus KraV about to kick it off. As we said before, the first big tournament for KraV on his desktop. He was playing on laptops for a long time. So how much does this actually help him? He was kind of close. He took maps off of Happy at DreamHacks. So can he go all the way? Will 2021 start with Happy being eliminated in the round of 16? It's not very likely, but there is a possibility, especially in the crazy undead mirrors that KraV provides. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here are your warriors for the undead mirror coming up. Happy, of course, from Russia, the undethronable emperor of the European scene. We got him in the upper left-hand side, and we got KraV from France in the upper right. This could be an amazing day for French Warcraft, as Todd is already in the next round, as Sed is already in the next round, and now it's time for KraV to make this hat trick for France. Russia has Cash in the quarterfinal. Hawk was eliminated though, but Cooper is there already. So whoever wins here, whatever nation wins here, has 3 players in the round of 8, where we have 3 orcs already. Only 1 undead in X-Lord. Will be a second one here, of course, and then Thorzane and Sheik will duke it out later. Happy in red, and KraV in the blue.
Yeah, let's go, boys. Undead Mirror, Papa Roach time. On some maps, we're going to have a choice between Cryptlord and DK, but not here. Here it's going to be Cryptlord all the way through, unless something crazy happens. But something crazy doesn't happen. Not yet, anyways. But Cryptlord Mirrors, I really do enjoy them. I think they're pretty spectacular. They're wild and all over the place. Not everyone does, but I think they're certainly more crazy than DK Mirrors, certainly. These two have met plenty of times on ladder over the last couple of weeks, and KraV, I think, was only able to get 1 victory? Maybe 2, I'm not sure, but he has proven to himself and to his viewers that he can do it. And of course, upon beating him, he promptly made a YouTube video out of that, as is proper. And that was also in the Cryptlord Mirror on Northern Isles, however, which is a very different map that plays differently. But Cryptlord should still lead to very much of the similar early game. You're going to go for a couple of ghouls, Cryptlord, go for the expansion, and then expand early on tier 1. Anything else would be a big surprise. So let's see if these players will surprise us right away.
All right then. Cryptlord it is, of course. For the Beetles not going to the green, straight down. The Acolyte might be falling for KraV, so this is First Blood by Happy, 25 experience points, and the Scout is gone. On the other side, KraV is having a little bit of a different idea of approaching Aqua Isles, as he goes for the little green first for more corpses, and then to the expansion.
Wants to make sure he gets a fast level 2. Happy got that already with the Acolyte. Speaking of which, his is slightly late towards the expansion. He was scouting first with the Acolyte and then brings it back. You know, Acolyte with its Ferrari mode on ever since 1.28. Zoom, zoom. Can run across the map pretty quick. Happy gets a ring, which for the Cryptlord isn't even that bad, but certainly the circlet what you would prefer. And KraV is teching.
What?
KraV makes the game wild again. You never know what you're going to get with KraV. He revels, he relishes in this chaos that he can produce with his weird build, with his weird strats. He oftentimes tries to pull the game into the chaotic range, where players can feel uncomfortable, but Happy's usually pretty good at thinking on his feet.
All right, he will walk into a void. He can, of course, still creep that spot. That would be maybe a little bit of waste of time. Are we approaching the bases? We definitely do. Happy immediately with an arrow tower that he skipped before. We go for the Acolytes. The Haunted Goldmine is not finished in the bottom left. So how much damage can the Beetles do? 1 Acolyte fell already.
But Happy is coming towards his opponent's main with a lot of army. Oh, that Acolyte is trying to block. If all these ghouls and Beetles connect, Happy can definitely aim for Acolyte kills and then maybe even the Haunted. First he's attacking the ghouls though. First Impale being used. There's not going to be too many of those, but doesn't follow up with the kills. Actually, the ghouls for KraV all survive, with the exception of 1. He is going to TP back. Not getting the cancel. I think he thought he would get it, but wasn't quite able to. However, there's a backup team, the SEAL Team 2, that is going to come in from the north. That's going to get the cancel, and he's holding in the main.
All right, good reactions by KraV as we expected. He knows this matchup pretty well. Happy is very low on resources now. Can't rebuild the Haunted. He's not attacked. No, he didn't. He unsummons the Ziggurat. What the hell is happening? You gotta be careful with his Crypt Lord as well. TP out on 120. Damage is done, obviously, in the main. How many Acolytes did he kill? 3... probably. During the tech, that is a lot of like wasted resources that KraV didn't get. So Happy has the economy lead at the moment, but he doesn't have attack nor an expansion.
Yeah, this was a really smart game plan by KraV though. Creep up level 2 fast and then run across the map and threaten both bases. Cancel the expansion, threaten the main, kill some Acolytes there, and tech in the meantime. And then TP back home to save your main if you have to, but make sure you get the expansion cancel, and with that, get a big tech lead. This is really smart. This seems to work out really well. I'm not sure that there's a clear counterplay to this. In addition, Happy is losing the Scouting Ghoul in the south, which KraV promptly surrounded. He's going perhaps now for his own expansion. Look at the mana on the Crypt Lord. He's full mana. If he gets to level 3 and can then spam his spells, this will be very powerful for the French.
Indeed, and it's getting closer and closer to level 3 as well with the Claw. He's got to be ready for this next attack. He has to rebuild his economy. He's still working on that with the Acolytes queued. There's only one narrow. Of course, the Halls of the Dead can attack now too, but he's still far away with his Crypt Lord, with the rest of the army. No staff, no TP anymore.
KraV is supply blocked. He can't go for a DK. Well, he doesn't have the resources anyways, because the Acolytes that died earlier. Acolytes are now re-establishing mining here. And the Crypt Lord is pressuring or scouting in the south for Happy. Wants to make sure there's no expansion coming up there. These ghouls attacking the main might all die, so Happy needs to make sure he's doing big damage against the Acolytes.
Yeah, so close here. KraV was doing a good job moving the Acolytes away, but now more and more of them are falling, and there's basically no income for KraV anymore. Constantly rebuilding them. Okay, he's dealt with the pressure now, and he will have a saturated Haunted Gold Mine in a bit, but we will compare the gold income, and that is clearly going towards Happy.
And this is what we see in Crypt Lord games a lot. It's way less straightforward than DK always is. With DK, you know your tech timings, you know how your creeping is going to go, you have your creep routes in mind, you know when you can fight. But in Crypt Lord versus Crypt Lord, there's so many possibilities for attack, and it's difficult to hold, and maybe expansions come through, maybe they get cancelled, tech timings can be a pain in the butt, and Acolyte also mining can be a problem, as we saw there. So you have to be, it seems like, very good at improvising and adjusting on the fly. And as I said, KraV loves these kinds of games which are wild and crazy. It looked really bad for Happy earlier on when the expo was cancelled and his tech was so far behind. But with all those Acolyte kills, with all that economic damage, it seems like Happy is once again in a pretty decent position.
I agree. We're in a very decent position as well because we got a $41.20 donation by Zinrock. Loving the stream as always. You guys keep the game alive and keeping me enjoying life. Favorite thing to do on days off is having a cocktail and watch back to Warcraft streams. Love it. Keep it up. Rock 2021. Thank you very much. We definitely will. We have another attack by Happy here. Ring around the Haunted Gold Mine. As so often. This, of course, also always experience that he gets another Acolyte falling last second. Everything hurt here. Graveyard not up. Can't go for Fiends. Can't go for Gargs. And Happy on the other side. He got the staff. He's a level behind, though.
Yeah, that experience definitely matters. A fast level 5 Crypt Lord, especially for the level 3 Impale, is pretty crazy strong. So this will be something that the players will have to keep in mind. 2 Crypt Lords and not a single expansion. That is not something you see every day. And this is what KraV forced with his aggressive play early. And the strength in his play, strategically and execution-wise, was that he didn't fall behind, that he was able to prevent the expansion at all times and move into this late game with a bit of a lead, I would say. He's down supply-wise slightly, but the experience should make up for it.
Yeah. Race to level 5 for KraV now. None of these Crypt Lords has a TP anymore, so Impale surrounds, always a possibility. Happy is getting ready for another drive-by. and creeping at the same time too, but KraV is taking the bigger spots. Happy was also investing into the potion of mana. That's something that's not going into army, really, but the DK is there, and that's a big one. What can KraV possibly attack now? Does he want to dive all the way against 2 towers in the main?
I think he just wants to force a fight and trade ghouls for ghouls. The experience he's getting is getting him way closer to level 5, whereas Happy is splitting experience now between his 2 heroes. Of course, the DK, when reaching level 2, is also a big help. The aura is always very, very strong. That statue could help out a lot in this battle. It's not turned on healing right now. There we go. Now turned it on. Big impales rattling through, and KraV has many more of those. Oh my god, the ghouls all in trouble for Happy.
Oh, needs to get the kills though. A lot of damage done, but can he get the kills? This is all that matters. He is diving with a couple of beetles, but immediately the towers are there and ready. Level 4.5 for the Crypt Lord. He wants these kills desperately. Ghouls are arriving, but Happy is able to deal with this, losing yet another ghoul. Nobody is able to set up another expansion. KraV is constantly scouting for it in the bottom left, threatening these acolytes now. And what's next for him? Tier 3, finally a DK. And that's...
If he impales these acolytes, those should be at least 2 kills for him. That's also a lot more mana he would have to use.
Not willing to spend it at the moment. Having statues is just so great. Yeah. Graveyard was constantly cancelled, so everything was delayed for KraV.
Impale looking for the surround. I don't think he can get it though. Yeah, that level 1 Impale definitely doesn't last long enough on heroes. So this was pretty much mana wasted by Happy. But he's getting some more kills here from beetles, if nothing else, more experience for him, while KraV is waiting for his tier 3. It's about to finish, the DK coming out at the same time, when we bring in over the orb, and the Crypt Lord ever so close to level 5.
Okay. More sustain and more mana regen on Happy though, so maybe it's time for KraV to move back a bit. On his side of the map, there's still plenty to creep. The Murloc camp, the Mercenary camp, and the DK definitely needs experience. Lich queued right away, 2 narrow towers in his base, so you should be safe with that. And so it's time for both players to step on the brake for a little bit, take a breather, and rise up and let them unfold the power of Undead Tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Very good creeping here for KraV. Solo creep with the DK at the Merc camp is going to be a fast level 2 for him. Hoping for Pendant of Energy. Claws would also be good. Claws it is, because the Lich should certainly be joining. We see him in the altar for KraV already. He's going to be the orb carrier, but also very vulnerable. In Undead Mirror, when there's Crypt Lords involved, and the Lich comes in late as 3rd hero, long staying on level 1. With Impale, Focus Fire, Orb of Corruption, and Nova, he can die very, very fast. You need to make sure you can protect the Lich, and of course, number 1 way to do that is with Invul. Happy was at the shop in the middle, but didn't buy the Invul to save a little bit more gold here.
Alright, we're gonna have a plus 19 Lich right off the bat for KraV. That's crazy. He's out now. Happy. Only building the Lich now. It's oftentimes key to his success, having a powerful Lich here. But he delayed that. 4 statues and 4 more beef in the army. Interesting lightning shield creep here at the turtle. That should be relatively quick. That's a big steal for Happy.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Lightning shield, if you can stand in position to let it do damage, very powerful. 20 DPS. Makes creeping this quite a bit easier. And we look at the map and we see all the creep camps left are on Happy's side once this Gargantuan is gone, which will be in a second. KraV, is he going to check the corner? If he does, Happy will have to evacuate.
Yeah, there's a TP. Get the crystal ball now. Is he scanning properly? Oh, I think Happy even has the time to evacuate without. Not yet. First Impale, level 2. Crypt Lord is lining this up as well. Can't really hit the Fiends, but he wants the Ghouls. He wants the Acolytes out. Lich is so powerful. Is that the key to victory for KraV here?
Look at the confidence by Happy. Every other Undead would TP out of this without a question. He's playing against Frenzy Ghouls, he's playing against Lich and Orb, triple hero. Now he's going to TP out, but only after he got 2 Ghoul kills. He wanted to get something before he left, and Happy didn't lose too much himself. He's now got the Lich, and with the time that he also bought here, he was able to secure more time for himself to get a big army, and now can contest the rest of the camps on his side of the map.
Okay. That's of course always about the invul potions in the middle as well. Is anything on Happy's side already? Only the mana potion, so consumables up for grabs, takes it immediately. Keeps the ring as well, has a mana potion here, has a very powerful lich. So stealing the turtle on the other side might be a little obvious, but the best thing to do for KraV, as Happy is pretty happy with the Pendant of Energy.
Absolutely great find for him, for the Crypt Lord. Wonderful. This expansion is going to be coming up. No Beetle Scout there for once. Perhaps a bit of a mistake by Happy not to send the Beetle right there instantaneously. Nice Beetle position by KraV. Sees the Creep Jack coming in and knows he has to get out of that corner because he doesn't have a TP.
Also not the biggest mana pool. There we go. After the potion, Lich is following it up with a Nova now, hitting a lot of ghouls early on. Lich is down to 50%, catches the coil, but he's always fighting against the stronger coil and the destroyer that he can't counter at the moment.
Level 3 Beetles. Bad choice. I wonder if it's the best one. Level 3 Impale. Imagine this! Look at these Impales, they're crazy! But they're only level 2 when they could be level 3. Going for the DK now. Impale, Focus Fire, no Nova at the moment. KraV has the invul, so that is one way to protect his DK. Can't heal himself. Of course, the healer always a prime target. Statue going down. Lich hits level 2. And KraV's Crypt Lord on the wrong side of the tracks.
Dead! Being slaughtered by his own brother, calls for the GG. Happy takes map number 1.
Alright, the Crypt Lord Mirror, the first one, goes to Happy on Echo Isles. Very good game plan by KraV. He tinkered there and had a very nice build to be able to tech fast and still cancel the expansion on the enemy side without losing too much, and then ensuring that he had a big tech lead moving towards the mid game. But Happy realizing also that he could punish this somewhat greedy build by going for the Acolyte. So both players playing around each other really, really well. Perhaps in the very late stages, KraV not quite able to keep up with the map movement and creep routes that Happy had to offer.
All right, that was pretty good indeed. There is potential for KraV upset here at DreamHack. He already won a map off of Happy. Has to play it a little more solid. If he's not supply blocked, how does this game look? If he's not getting all the Acolytes cancelled, how does this game look? Was a good game plan, as you said. So I wonder where this series is going now as we move over to Northern Isles. We have a couple of subs here, Remo.
Oh yeah, we certainly do. Ori Game, thank you with the 14 months. Link Lambo with the 100 bits. Luke Legendary with the 7 months. Mr. Lucas with the 19 months. Mini Gambo with a 49. Jay Sear with the 12 months says, Pog! Stream finally popped when you guys are speaking a language I understand. True. Leithaka with the 3 months. Pumice with the 2 months says, I was told Prime is free support less than 3. Yes, it is, man. Thank you very much. Suprexify with a sub. Janky Gat Slinger with the 12 months. Freon with 388 with the 4 months. And Zinrock, thanks also from me for the 41 euro donation. Zinrock also with a 37-month resub. Flax Pab with a 7 months. Sacred Walker 3 with a 21 months. And Zerkamru with a 22 months.
Zerkamru, I think. That is indeed wonderful. We are ready. KraV is ready. Happy's ready. We move over to map number 3. 2, 1,
2.
Go! Little bit of a rust, you know?
Got him!
It's been almost 2 weeks since we casted Warcraft games. We're coming some slack. There you go. Can Happy close this out with a 2-0? He would be facing Thorzane or Shake in his quarterfinal. We got Cash versus X-Lord, obviously. But KraV still has a word in this. And KraV, immediately steals Happy's color. Maybe that's a little bit of a sign. Usually, this is Happy Town. The Northern Isles map is where, like, it's usually always his pick. KraV, this is his loser pick as well, stealing that too. But with good reason, he thrives here as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we saw that on Ladder just a few days ago. I think it was like 3-4 days ago, where here KraV was able to beat Happy. Of course, Ladder is only Ladder, but well, you guys try beating Happy on Ladder. I tried many times, and gotta be honest, haven't done it yet. So it is certainly still a feat to accomplish. We see a double ghoul build here once again. Crypt Lord seems to be the choice. X-Lord, by the way, has been doing pretty damn well against Happy recently, playing not Crypt Lord Mura, but rather DK, and having some really good games there as well. Some maps you cannot play DK, like Terranistan and Echo Isles, but here you certainly can, but neither of them are interested to do it. I'm going to have Crypt Lord all the way through. Happy is going to try to go for a fast expansion probably again, and wonder what's KraV going to do. Is he again going to try to play aggressively, tech, and try to cancel the expansion, or will he willingly be going into 2-base, 2-base?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a different map design than Echo Isle. It's less straightforward. There's more routes to go through. Maybe you can surprise your opponent there, and he doesn't see you and can't react in time. Definitely a bigger map as well. It's gonna be interesting. KraV, where are you going? Happy is scouting. KraV is skipping the scout.
Yeah. No Scout Acolyte. That definitely seems like he doesn't want to expand. He could just be delaying it, of course, but it's not the usual build. If you don't go for the Acolyte, you can get 5 ghouls out a little bit faster than the opponent. It's not that much faster, though. I guess it's 1 ghoul rotation quicker, but the Acolyte is missing. You can't scout that easily. And KraV is in the dark right now as to what his opponent is up to, whereas Happy knows exactly what's happening, sees the natural being crept, and only now the Acolyte is coming in by KraV. Okay. That also means that his Nero there is going to be quite delayed.
Maybe it's a fake out, though. Maybe he prioritizes the element of surprise higher than pure efficiency. Because Happy was here. Happy didn't see a skull. Oh, wait, he did see the skull, but he didn't see an Acolyte. And maybe he's getting tricked by that.
It's going to be a fast level 2 here for KraV. He's going to be able to throw down the expansion right away. For Happy, it might take just a tiny bit longer, but Happy has more experience. Of course, the Pendant of Energy is the dream job for the Crypt Lord. No question about that. But it's only really effective until you run out of mana. Once you run out of mana, then that item actually doesn't do anything anymore until you have mana potions. But until that is the case, it is certainly a big help. But Happy's items, the claws and the gloves, will always have value, whether he has mana or not.
Okay, a little bit of a run by from the left-hand side. 3 ghouls getting ready. Knocking down the Haunted Goldmine once again. Happy in punching distance, but if he reacts with his army, he won't be able to do anything against KraV's expansion. So once again, an interesting dynamic. Happy already with a double Nerub Tower.
I was expecting this attack to be coming in. The 2-pronged pressure seems to be a new favorite of KraV's. Happy's right-click is absolutely tremendous for this Crypt Lord level 2, by the way. He cancels and moves over towards the enemy main base. He is, however, much later with his attack than the opponent is, but look at the Crypt Lord for KraV. He's super low HP. He cannot participate too much anymore against these double Nerubs, attacking the Acolytes and such.
Indeed, and if he TPs home to save his base, there might just be an Impale hitting him and finishing him off. Quite some Acolytes under pressure here for Happy, but once again the question, how much damage can he do is only part A. You have to get the kills as well, and Happy is flooding into KraV's base.
Not getting too much there just yet. Only 1 ghoul taken out. He seems to be prioritizing the ghouls here of the opponent quite a bit early on and wants to not get trapped with his Crypt Lord. He's keeping the Crypt Lord way out, attacking a few ghouls maybe if they do dare to venture out there. Level 3 is going to be a big deal. Happy is way closer to that level up thanks to the more heavy creep route that he went for earlier. But now KraV is committing to this Haunted Goldmine. There's still Acolytes here for repair, though.
Yeah.
This is enough damage.
I'm not too sure. He's trying his damn hardest. But without the Crypt Lord damage, that's an issue. Spends an Impale as he had mana. But there's still repair. There's always repair, seemingly. Crypt Lord once again out of that fight. Huh?
KraV has 0 Acolytes.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real
bad. That's really... And he doesn't have gold for new ones.
He could sell something for sure.
He needs to cancel the ghoul, I think.
Oh, this might just be game
just checkmate,
right
bro.
here, Remo. I agree. Happy
he didn't
again.
watch enough the Queen's Gambit. He's not ready for these Gambits.
Finding the right answer is Happy. New Beetles, but he needs to kill this. In the meantime, Beetles and Ghouls wreck KraV's base. And if he loses this Acolyte, he can't even rebuild Acolytes because he's supply blocked. And that is the case right now. Checkmate.
Yeah, absolutely. KraV can kill the Haunted in the back, but it's not even that bad for Happy. He can always sell items if he needs to, unsummon stuff, and then rebuild it at some point. He has Acolytes left. The workforce is still intact. There's 0 workers for KraV, which is pretty fitting considering he's a Frenchman. But now there's a TP coming back home for him, Happy, and he's gonna save his main maybe.
It's gonna be close. Okay, he's probably gonna get it. Lots of distraction going on. And there's just nothing really that should scare Happy. He can deal with it all. Beetles are falling one by one. There's still Acolytes. There's still resources for repair. Even though there's very limited mining.
No spanking today.
Nope.
Well, KraV was the one to receive it, I guess.
Maybe he's spanking himself as a punishment. The desktop debut goes horribly wrong as Happy the Emperor is still on the throne, and 2021 starts as 2020 was ending with a victory of Happy.
Yes, in a very convincing fashion. Seems like Happy certainly learned from his games against KraV and quickly found the right answer against KraV's seemingly strong build, but that opening build, I guess, does have some weaknesses. Happy exploits them right away. And that was another one-sided match in our round of 16. We've had a lot of 2-0s, a lot of very clear games, and this was another one of those.
Yeah. Feels like KraV not yet on the level of a Vortex and an X-Lord, but he's grinding, he's improving, and with the setup, maybe we can expect big things from him in 2021. Not here yet. He can try again next time, of course. So we will have our eyes glued to KraV as he's quite an entertaining character in-game and out of the game. But yeah, Happy in the quarterfinal where we expected him, where he belongs. And his opponent will be determined very, very soon in the last match of the day. And that is Thorzane vs. Shake.
It's a cool game as well. Thorzane definitely one of the strongest players in Europe if he's in good shape. That's always the question with Thorzane. How much has he been playing recently? What's his shape looking like right now? At the beginning of last year in Anaheim, we saw how far he can go, almost beating Moon, if it hadn't been for a few unfortunate circumstances. But absolutely one of the greatest players that Europe has ever seen, and also one of the strongest humans that was ever able to go up against Happy if he should make it. But Sheik, another strong European undead, as there are so many of them, hailing from Russia, playing very unorthodox strategies at times. This is going to be a fun last match of the night for us.
Indeed. Feels a little bit like it's Shake Unchained, as he's living in the far east of Russia, so the flow servers are helping him as well, and we saw that throughout the past couple of tournaments and also ladder sessions. That's the last break of the day. If you still want to contribute to Match Reno to the W3C tournament, feel free to do it now. You have the time. We will, of course, start another prediction game as well. And if you want to throw us a little support here at Back to Warcraft, then feel free to do so. You can leave us a sub. You can leave us a little donation. You can buy our merchandise over at Streamlabs. Or you use the Amazon referral link if you got some money left after Christmas. There you go. Or you just help with your voice and your likes, because we're still on the road to the 100,000 followers. We are now 284 followers away. So if you don't follow us yet, it's the great time to do so. You get a notification whenever we are live with the best Warcraft content of all the planets. And of course, we're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And we have a Discord. All the links in the About section. Check that out. And we'll be back with the last game of the day in 5 minutes before we move over to the quarterfinal, semifinal, and grand final tomorrow.